We should win awards for this show tonight. We'll never win a fucking award for this show ever, but we should win an award for this show tonight. The production was, quality of the show was incredible. Like when you watch, I won't throw anybody under the bus, but when you watch Showtime boxing, and these guys are putting on events, fucking replays are terrible. The production quality is horrible. I mean, you're waiting for a replay. Replays never come. As soon as the slap is over, my team has 3 different fucking replays from 3 different angles.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, I saw this and I thought it's a bit relevant, so whatever. Dana White clowning Showtime and Espinoza. But I thought it was a bit hypocritical. Why? Historically speaking, when anyone critiques Dana White, he says, dude, if it's so easy, dude, come and do it, dude. And I agree, I've backed that. People saying UFC fighters don't get paid enough and whatever else. I think UFC fighters are paid just fine. Yeah, but a lot makes me laugh. A lot of the people complaining about UFC fighters not being paid, you ain't earning that. Yeah, trust me. Anyone who's been an athlete to any level will know. Being an athlete is the best job in the world. You get to do something you actually want to do. Yeah? Not turning up to a life-denying 9 to 5 for 30, 40 grand a year, which is the average, I think, 30, 40 grand a year. For 30, 40 bags a year of life-denying work. That's what you want to get on. You want to start talking to Amazon, not Dana White. Athletes in the main are laughing. If you make it to the pinnacle, UFC, NFL, NBA, I don't want to hear nothing about no complaints. Yeah? Because as far as I'm concerned, listen, there's plenty of them 9 to 5 jobs knocking about. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, go and take one of them up. So that's been my narrative. However, Dana White he's been saying for a while, boxing this and this, that, the other. And when I saw this slap stuff come out, the whole slap thing, listen, maybe people watch it. I find it, maybe it'll grow on me. UFC to some extent grew on me, but still I don't watch it every time. So it ain't grown on me that much. I guess horses for courses, but the slap thing, you'd think in theory it should carry some weight. Oh, we get to see how hard someone can hit. Oh, we get to see how good their chin is. So it's got some question marks, but I don't know, it's limited. Same as, I don't know, but then again, bare knuckle too. Bare knuckle hasn't really turned me on either. I don't know what the answer is. My point is, Dana White's been critiquing boxing, rightfully so, for years. And then he goes into a slap-off spin-off. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we know Dana loves boxing because I think it was Kamaru Snoozman fight that was on, or some fight was on, and Canelo was fighting on the same night versus Caleb Plant, and Dana White was was at the event with his laptop open watching the fight. So we know he loves boxing. I can't understand, for the life of me, why he's launched the slap thing before boxing. I don't get that. Yep, Showtime are doing a bad job. Yep, everyone in boxing really more or less doing a bad job. So why not? Bear in mind, people, Dana White has got to build stars in the slap business. I guess the slap business is probably easier and cheaper to run, but there's no base there, is there? Dana White can go to the Olympics or whatever and pick the talent, or I actually recommend going homegrown. All these Olympic guys, they come out and a lot of them are just overhyped. Go homegrown. Dana White can make the amount of money they make, he can make, what they call them sport institutes for boxing, put them in a few of the big states and get it popping. 16-year-olds with talent, sign them up for 10 years. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage at the beginning, but or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The slap thing ain't it, man. It's just not. It's icky for me anyway. Some man probably love it, but I don't know where he's going with that. And I feel like he needs to take some of his own medicine here. Yeah, don't critique boxing if you're gonna go into slapping. Do you understand? Just be quiet on it. So you just keep it in your own head. You know what? Showtime shoddy, boxing shoddy, but I'm doing slaps on the internet. Don't get me wrong, slapping's cool on the internet, but that's where it needs to stay. You don't need to be a sport. You don't need to make a sport about it. I actually think what's more entertaining is one of these... they've got these boxing fights now where it's basically about... what? It must be about a 4x4 ring. The ring's literally 4x4 metres. And you're in there and you've got to fight. That's interesting. I think a little bit more space. I think probably an 8x8. Enough so you can take a few back steps and to be a bit evasive. That's what I don't think you need a 16-foot ring. Yeah? I don't think you need it. Or a 20-foot ring. Let's get rid of that. Get a nice tight little thing where you can move up and down. In fact, yeah. So you can move up and down, put one pivot in, a nice little small... In fact, it should actually be a circle as well. Then again, you can't corner no one in a circle, can you? Anyway, that's what... I'd rather Dana do that. You know what? Boxing, I'm going to make a new one. Yeah, Dana could bring in UFC. I've been saying this for years. Boxing anyway needs to bring in UFC gloves. Dana can make his own spin-off, hands only, 4-ounce gloves. And you know what? For what it's worth, put it in an octagon if you want. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a whole new slapping thing, why not make an off-spin of boxing? Because the UFC showed that people want to watch entertainment. That's what sports are for. And I guess you can say, yeah, but the slapping entertaining. It's not really though, is it? Because part of a fight that's interesting, your eyes are locked on it for 5 minutes and it ebbs and it flows. That's what I've worked out now. The reason I can't do the slap thing, there's no ebbing and flowing. It's like, bam. It's a bit like people who play poker. Poker has an ebb and flow to it to some extent. 21 or blackjack, it's like bang, you lost all your money. I want to feel like there's a bit of a game going on. I don't want to pull up and just gamble on red and it's over at that point. You lost all your money. I want to see people go through adversity and come back, and it's... Do you know what I'm saying? That the slap don't have that. But anyway, Dana White, it makes it sad in a way because he's so rich. He could do all three of them. Take a little bit more risk. The UFC is basically a money printer right now. How much would it cost? It wouldn't cost. You can't tell me it cost 10, 20, 30 million a year, which is nothing to the UFC. To just get, and listen, at the end of the day, man, I bet investors would back it. If Dana White came out and said, scrap the UFC, if Dana White came out and said, I'm doing an offshoot for boxing, we need investors, he'd raise $1 billion tomorrow. Maybe not in this market, but in the next hype cycle, he'd raise $1 billion like that. People be $1 billion and chicken feed for these big money funds. Peanuts. They'd be throwing money at him. Are you telling me you can't get done with $1 billion over 10 years? 100 million a year. And guess what? If after 10 years and 100 million a year, you ain't done it, I'd say, listen, mate, he gave a good innings. Because with 100 million a year, you could literally take all the talent as well. But I guess the argument is, well, Eddie Hearn tried that in DAZN and, well, it's not going bad though, is it? I don't know how bad it's going for DAZN, to be fair, but I don't know. I'm just hoping. Dana White's the last hope we've got for boxing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Lack of the 100%, no doubt.